The writer has done a tremendous job by starting the series with the Squid Game and ending with it, placing both opponents in front of each other, once childhood buddies turned foes in the future. And as the camera rolls, you could see that all other opponents and team members, they are swept away and they are in front of each other. At the end also it happened. Both of them were together and there was one who get the last laugh. What a beautiful day to begin with. Thank you so much for being with us, and today I'm going to review and share with you some of the details that I really felt like I missed it. So let's begin the first episode. What are the details that I really felt like I should share with you? Since it was a life and death situation, so the protagonist got the last laugh at the beginning and at the end as well. At the beginning, there was a sequence where the boy jumps from one place to another. So during the Squid Game, there was a game jumping from one class to another. So the game was similar to that. On the very first sequence, the symbols on the cards that were given to opponents were from the same scene. And as he withdraws the money from the ATM, the keypad was shown deliberately because the prize money he won at the betting and at the end of the Squid Game was 456 million and billion won. He is the only opponent and only player I have seen that who signed two agreements in a day. One with the loan shark, giving up his life, and the another one at the Squid Game. After winning 4.5 million won at the betting and losing from the girl who just stole from him, and thus he went to the lady at the counter and got that 10,000 won back. So it was his the situation made him more desperate to get the money so that he could return those money actually to his mother, because from her he one of the best thing the director and the writer has done is the beautiful addition to this series is his cameo role, and I think it was pitched perfectly because from Train to Busan and from all other series we know he is very well known actor. So no doubt his role was very minor, but I believe in the second season he will be there again because he is the one who is hiring or recruiting all these opponents. So it was a very beautiful addition that they have done at the beginning so that our curiosity for the series will remain there. But imagine that he was unable to beat him because it shows that the power of a capitalist world or the people around all this game, they are far more superior than an ordinary person who is burdened with a lot of debt. The number that was given on the card actually belongs to an ordinary citizen. And once this web series went viral and the people kept calling on that number because it belongs to an ordinary person, and once he saw that his phone is almost crashed because people keep on calling him. And do you know how much compensation that he was being offered? Almost around $850, something like this. So it is maybe unintentionally they did it, and it was a very funny thing that circulated in their industry, maybe all those cities around them and the news, and that's how it also create more hype. And in the present he got for his daughter is similar to the coffins. That's how the coffins were being decorated, and the gift that came from it was a pistol with a gun, fire. So after the opponents, when they died, so they were cremated. So it was metaphorically showing us that what could happen with all those people who will die in this game. He was sending back his daughter to her mother. There is a in the background you can see there is a cross. So during the series also there was a pastor also who was shown, and there was a girl also who was against the religion. So you could see that there are different things metaphorically told, that whatever happens in front of our lives, we have always a backup plan, and our last resort should be only God. And that happened at the game also when the pastor won and he was kneeling down and he was praying that he was being saved. So the girl was questioning him that why you are praying like this. So at that time also it could metaphorically shown that whatever the situation is, if you are going through it and if you have a faith, you will go through it easily. After finding out from his mother that his daughter and her mother and the stepfather, they are going to relocate to United States, so he called the number. And do you know before entering into the van, what was the passcode or the password? It was red light, green light. So it was already shown that the first game is definitely red light and green light. And the van number was 7278. No need to tell it, it is personal. My man with the black mask, he was watching all the opponents and the CCTV cameras. Everything was right in front of his eyes. But this is a thing that I really couldn't understand. That since he knew that that guy is a cop who entered it, he knew what is happening in his room as well. Why he ignored that one? The another thing also, there was a subplot regarding all the organs and that guy with the spectacles or glasses. He was doing it, so there was so much chaos there. He could have watched and do something at that time, but why he let all these things happen while all other players were looking at each other and the ambience or the situation where they are or which hall they are in. The number 008 key player, he was the one who was counting all those players and he ended up at the right number. And another thing is also by telling him why he is here. He never told that he is going to use this money for what purpose. He only said that he has a lump and he has few days to left. If he has few days to left, then why he is there? You could see that in Squid Game Hall, both North Koreans were fighting with each other, and there is a scar on the right side of the girl, and you could see that she also attacked another man on the neck, and at the end also she also died at the scar on her neck. And there were 456 opponents. Imagine that he won 4.56 million won. Prize money was 4.56 billion won, and the keypad was highlighted at that time. Also, the middle was more deliberately shown, and it was also 456. At the screen, they have shown that how all other opponents were being selected. Grandpa was not in that video also. And another thing is, that's how where he found out his buddy in that screen, and he was the first one he witnessed there. Let's see what are the 3 rules that were given to them on the consent form before starting the Squid game. The first was the players are not allowed to stop the game, because once they stop the game, they might lose their life. And that happened at the very first when there was a chaos and they stopped. It was not only motion, it was also they stopped playing because they have to reach the line. They stopped reaching that line, so they ran towards the wall. That's why quickly many people were being killed at that time. Those who refuse to play will be eliminated. Games might be terminated if the majority agrees. That's where they knew that what's coming after the very first game, red light and green light. So they already made the rules because they knew what the people could react, because at the beginning they were very relaxed. They thought that it is just a child's play because these games are taken from the childhood. But once the situation turned chaotic, that was starting the game, the frontman got the call. I think, did he got the call from other board members or the grandpa? But at the end also you could see that he was in continuous contact with him. But if he was in the game, who he really contacted at that time? While others were being killed, the applicant number 001, he was the one who was leading from the front. He was smiling, he was laughing, the bodies were very next to him, many people died, even the women around him, they were being killed, they were scared, but he was the one who was telling them how you could save yourself and how you could move to your ending point. So throughout this, at the beginning also, I really felt like I missed that, his intention, why he is being happy while others were. And you could see in the backdrop there is a song that is going on, and at the very moment while he was laughing, they have shown that I enjoy what is happening. Motion was detected, his motion was little bit not being detected or highlighted as the others were being. So all this time he was laughing, enjoying, and everything. I really missed, because we were thinking, oh, why this poor guy has to die. And last not the least, when the doors were being shut, that's the time when they found out that they are in a stadium somewhere, like they made a stadium of all this Squid game. I hope you really enjoy this. Let's see, because before I was trying to make a review, because I don't know, earlier it was very easy that the people were making reviews of all this. I got all the clips, watch it multiple times and compile them, and then later on found out that they blocked this video, and they said that now the Netflix is getting a very tough, so they will not even get a little glimpse of all these videos. So I hope you will enjoy this. It is very engaging, and the most important thing is that after a decade, almost 9 or 10, more than 10 years, the writer came up with this idea. So whatever you have, your ideas, and if you are determined that it will work, go for it. Sometimes all the beautiful things that really takes time, and that's what we learn, what we intake or we want to treasure in our life lessons, that never give up. Thank you so much for bearing me. Have a great watch. Take care, loved one. Stay safe. I will try my level best to compile another second episode of the second game, and we could see I could get some other details from it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.